It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary. Yeah.
Deutschland is kaputt and mein Herr!
Oh, you great pillock! What did you want to creep in like that? You might have got that right up your kyber.
Or you might just like to know that the armistice has been signed. It is all quiet on the Western Front. You can go home now, Tommy. Your home's fit for heroes waiting for you. It's all going to be a new world, lad. It is all going to be different. Why, there's going to be at least 2 to 3 years full employment waiting for you. How about that, then? Now, lad. Don't turn Bolshevik. Go home to Blighty and work hard to keep the upper classes in the manner to which they have become accustomed. Don't forget to hand in your rifle, lad. They're going to need that when they turn it against you when you goes on strike in 1926. But never mind. The means test is just around the corner. It's all together now.
Come on!
I'm sorry, you're dead right. It wasn't your fault, you didn't stand a chance. They got me and all in the next lot. Oh, and just like you, just as young, just as gullible, I was going to come back to a new world too. I'm still living in the same house I was going to chop down after your lot. Never mind. It won't happen in the next war. Because when all them people comes crawling out of their atomic shelters, they're going to have to build their own bleeding houses. Because we'll all be dead.
You're in a right mood. What's the matter with you? Had a bad day?
I always has a bad day. The thought of the next 5 days doesn't exactly send me hysterical.
Yeah, fine start to holiday this is.
Holiday? A cheap flight to Paris and a quick 5-day tour to World War I battlefields?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I'm not.
Don't be that way. You promised to take me. I've always said one day I'd go back. I'd like to see it again just before I die. You said you wanted to go.
No, I didn't. I said I'd take you, and I wish I hadn't. I want to go south. I want to get a bit of the old currant bun before the winter gets here. I'm fed up with this country and its poxy climate.
Well, you can get sun in Flanders sometimes.
Yeah, it's what goes with it that I was worried about. I do not anticipate finding much bikini-clad crumpet leaping about a barbed wire and the shallows on L60.
And birds again.
Yeah, birds again. Why not? And it gets one holiday a year. So I had it all worked out this time. Oh, Saint-Tropez.
Saint-Tropez, just because you heard that there was a beach full of nudes there. Disgusting.
There is nothing disgusting about naturalism. It is a perfectly healthy, normal way of living. Any nastiness attached to it is purely in your mind.
Yeah, and it's been in your mind ever since you read about it.
I've been looking forward to it for weeks. I've been on a cruel diet. I lost half a stone around the gut. I would have been a small sensation down on that beach. I haven't looked so good in years. I'd have worn me stretch skin continental briefs. I ain't had a chance to wear them yet. I bought them 3 years ago. Picked up one of them big Scandinavian birds from up at a camping site. I mean, down it goes down there for one thing. Oh, it's a quick 1, 2, 3 and back to the tent. No messing. God, a marvellous week. Instead, I have to make do watching you chat up a few grotty old birds from Armentiers.
Oh, you can go to Saint-Tropez some other time. Next year. I'll come with you.
You? A Saint-Tropez?
Yeah. I might even strip off and go down to that beach. What are you talking about? I'm only 4 years older than Cary Grant.
Well, I'm as old as Shirley Temple. There's about as much resemblance. Cary Grant? God, Dr. Adenauer's in better nick than you are.
Oh, love you know, Master, he ain't changed since I was 17. Look at that. Fits me just as well now as the day it was issued.
Don't tell me you've always been that shape. Oh, you poor old man. Oh, Pete, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Oh, what an handicap for young lads to have to try pulling birds looking like that. Ah, the truth's coming out now, is it? You always try to give me the impression that you was a big strapping 6-footer and that you'd shrunk with old age.
Never said that.
Oh, yes, you did. I distinctly remember when I was a boy, you told me you was in the Guards and you got slung out because your eyes were so far up your forehead you couldn't see where you was going.
I never said I was in the Guards. I said I was attached to them.
What, as the mascot? Now, don't tell me. The goat was ill and you was the one who smelt most like him.
I was an infantryman. 2 years in the trenches I was. Fighting the bloodiest war in history. Any idea what that was like? It was horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, I know. I ain't trying to knock it. I just don't understand why you won't go back there. I mean, it's 50 years after it's all gone.
I've just got to go back, that's all. It's a sort of sentimental journey. Pilgrimage, if you like. There's a lot of memories for me over there, Harold. I left 2 years of my youth back there. It was like old men when we came home, after what we'd seen and been through. I just want to see it once again, Harold. I won't want to go again.
Well, I suppose I'll feel the same one day. About Aldershot.
I don't see why. You spend most of your time in the glass house. You was never a soldier. God, blimey, I remember the day you got your calling up papers. You spent half the morning rubbing Marmite into your knees, trying to make it look like you'd rheumatic fever.
It really worked at all. My knees swelled up lovely. Yeah, would have worked if the MO's dog hadn't started licking them.
Yeah, you were scared out of your life.
Of course I was scared. Look, I don't want to argue the toss. I said, I'm taking you to Flanders. You are going. Don't keep on about it. Have you packed?
Yeah.
Good. Now go and get ready.
I am ready.
You're not going like that.
I am. I had it cleaned and pressed specially.
But, Father, you can't go out dressed like that.
Why not?
Well, because, well, people will... How am I going to put this? Well, people will look at you.
I hope they do. I'm proud of this uniform.
Yeah, but Dad, I mean, you look very nice in it, and it's very smart. But if you was to go back to your old school, you wouldn't wear a little cap and short trousers, would you?
What's that got to do with it? Soldiers go walking down the streets in their uniform every day of the week.
I know, Dad, but we are a little bit more modern. I mean, I'm only thinking of you. I don't want people to laugh at you.
Laugh? I don't see anything to laugh at.
No, but well, they might think you're a little bit eccentric. They might not realise you are entitled to wear that uniform. They might think you are a bit of a twit, if you see what I mean.
Bit of a trick. It's come to that, has it? A man proudly wearing the uniform of His Majesty's Expeditionary Forces. A bit of a twit.
Don't be so silly. What do you expect? I mean, we were supposed was a lot of you. But I don't want to be looked at, pointed at, giggled at and stared at all the way from here to the Somme.
I never thought the day would dawn when my own son would be ashamed of me.
I'm not. But let's face it, you wasn't the only one in the army. I mean, there was millions of you. And they don't go walking around their uniform 50 years after.
All right, you made your point. I don't want to embarrass you.
Go.
I'll go on me civvies.
That's it. Wear that nice blue serge one. That is in much better taste.
Which one's that then?
The double-breasted one. The one you bought off old Mother Harris when her old man died. You look very good in that. It's much nicer, believe me.
Can I wear me medals?
Medals? I thought you sent them back when the Beatles got the MBE.
I was going to, and then I changed my mind. If the Queen saw fit to honour them, who am I to quarrel with her? I am, if nothing else, a patriotic and loyal subject. I didn't want to embarrass Her Majesty.
That is very thoughtful of you. I'm sure she is most beholden to you. No, I don't see any harm in you wearing your medals.
Thank you. See, I wanted to wear something when I was out there.
What?
Let them know I was one of the ones that saved them.
Oh, they'll be very grateful. Oh, when the French government knows you're coming, they'll send up a squadron of missed air fighters to escort us in. The state visit of Private Albert Steptoe. Viva! Viva! Ben! I can just see it now. There will be a 21-gun salute as he leaves the aircraft, and with a bit of luck, one might hit him.
You just have to take the mickey, don't you?
I'm not taking the mickey, Father. No, I mean it. Oh, God, I just remembered.
What?
Have you packed your tails? Now for the banquet at Delice's Palace. You cannot respond to a toast of entente cordiale wearing Charlie Harris's laying out suit. You just have to have a diplomatic code, that is all. Oh, what a shame. The General will be so disappointed. Now, come on, time's getting on. Hurry up, go and get changed. We have to be at the airport 3/4 of an hour before the plane leaves. And you better take one of those, too.
What are they?
Antiqueses. Well, they are sickness pills. They are to safeguard the other passengers from you being sick all over them. Take them.
I'll take them later.
You take them now. I want to see you take them. I know you. You'll throw them away.
I can't swallow pills, you know that. They lodge in me throat. Me pipe contracts.
If you don't take them, you're not going. Go on. Yeah, that wasn't so bad, was it?
I still got them.
Oh, right. Open your mouth. Open your belly. Open your mouth. Open. Lift your tongue up. 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 Oh, if you don't take them, I'm going to blow them down with a pipe like I does the horse. Knew you was playing me up, you naughty little man. Aye, up Herbert will be here soon. Herbert? Yes. He is chauffeuring us to the airport.
sir.
Who are you?
I'm your hostess.
I don't want one. I've read about you lot. Come and sit with us and drink coloured water for 15 and 6 a time. I'm surprised at the state rate of that airline allowing it.
That sort of an hostess. She's a stewardess. I do apologise for him. It is his first flight.
Yeah, I'm going to France.
Yes, we all are.
I'm going on a tour of the battlegrounds.
Really?
In 1914-18 war, I was in 66 arm. I don't look it, do I?
No, you don't.
This is my son, Harold. 38 years. Dad. Yeah, he's healthy, too. How old are you?
Dad, will you stop? I do apologise for him again. He's getting a bit senile.
Oh, that's all right. I quite understand. There are 2 seats for you down there.
Thank you. Go on.
I was only trying to do you a favour.
I don't need your help. I'm not a prize bull to be mated off. I do my own pulling. What's the matter?
I've got butterflies.
Nothing to be frightened at. It only takes 35 minutes. You go straight up and you comes down. That's all there's to it.
It's the way you come down that worries me.
Look, statistics have proved that air transport is the safest form of flying there is. Do you realise you can be born on an aircraft, live on it all your life until you are 65 and never have an accident?
Harold, I'm 66. I'm old.
Aircraft, was you?
No,
Well then, you've got another 65 years to go, haven't you?
I'll be 131 by then. I ain't sitting in one of these till then.
You're being particularly obtuse today, aren't you? Nothing suggests you should sit in one of these till then. I'm merely trying to point out that statistically, the chances of you crashing whilst flying is very remote.
Yeah, but on the other hand, supposing I'm flying to Paris. I'm 131, and I have me accident. Well, I won't be the only one, will I? All the rest will go as well. And they won't all be 131 either. There'll be healthy young boys of 37 and 38. That's shot your statistics up the spout, hasn't it?
Shut up! Fasten your safety belt.
What for?
Safety.
Right. What's going to happen?
Nothing's going to happen. It's just in case.
Just in case what?
Just in case something happens.
Let's go by train.
Right, now the aircraft's moving.
Harold, I'm scared.
Oh, don't tell me you're scared with all those medals. Don't tell me the Lion of Passion Dial is scared. Aren't you? This is the most dangerous part, the takeoff. But if anything's going to go wrong, this is when it'll be. Because the engines will be flat out, you see. There's nothing in reserve. If anything goes wrong, there's nothing he can do about it. We'll be all right. If we don't, it's an air pocket. We'll fall like a stone if we do.
Oh, my God. Look at me. I'm sweating like a pig. Let's open the window. Is it to push her under or try to back her?
The windows don't open. This is a pressurised cabin. If the windows was to open, the aircraft would explode. Mind you, I wouldn't have sat by a window, personally.
Why not?
Well, if it was to break or anything, you'd get sucked straight out.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. Didn't you see Goldfinger? The window cracked, he went straight out. 18 stone he was. 12 foot long when they found him. He was straight out without touching besides. Of course, you wouldn't know anything about it. You wouldn't be alive when you hit the ground, because your head would have exploded before then.
Yeah, you rotten little pig! I'll get me own back on you. Wait till we get home. I'll put a spider in your room.
I don't know, you wouldn't. I don't like spiders. Don't talk about it.
Great big fat one with long hairy legs. It'll walk all over you when you're asleep and lay its eggs in your hair.
The engine is on fire.
I'll put an earwig under your pillow and it'll walk right into your ear hole and eat its way through your brain out to the other side.
Stop it, I'm not listening.
Who's scared now? Set him off in the old sound machines. Lead, copper, on canvassing. And you never know. People that can afford aeroplanes must have some good stuff at home. Sit down.
Trotting on an aeroplane, whatever next?
What are you looking at?
I beg your pardon. I didn't mean to stare. I was just interested in those medals of yours. Are they from the 1718 war?
It may have been the 1718 war to you, mate, but it was the 1418 war to us.
Yes, I'm sorry.
It was all over by the time you got there. The Yanks are coming. True, they was hardly in it.
Well, that's not exactly true. I was in France myself. We had some very tough campaigns. If it hadn't been for us, it would have gone on a lot longer. You and the French would have been in real trouble.
The French? What have they got to do with it? They were shagged up by 1916. Do it all alone. Yeah, we carried them for the rest of the war.
Excusez-moi, monsieur, I must protest.
Who are you?
You have insulted the honor of France. I hear you say we were. You say it shagged out by 19... I say to you, monsieur, what about Verdun, 1917?
What about Verdun?
1 million French casualties. The flower of the French nation.
And how about the Somme? Twice, mate.
What about Steptoe, 21st of July, 1918?
A picnic.
I beg your pardon.
It was a sideshow, that's all.
Yeah, well, we saved you, friend. We saved you in the First World War and the 42-45 war.
The 39-45.
Yeah, you were late there again, never saw a Yank for 2.5 years. Had to carry on alone, we did. Islop turned it in again.
We were sabotaged. You British deserted us in our hour of need at Dunkirk.
Yeah, that's true. A great tragedy that was.
What was?
Dunkirk, a terrible defeat.
Never. It was a strategic withdrawal.
Don't lower yourself.
You keep out of this. I'm proud of our country if you only use. The British Army is and always will be the finest army in the world. Never lost a war, we haven't.
No. What about 1775, the American War of Independence? We whipped you then. Bunker Hill, Yorktown.
Yeah, that was his fault again.
Who?
You! If it hadn't been for your rotten fleet outside Yorktown helping him, we might have got away again. Another triumphant withdrawal. Yeah. Anyway, you doughboys make me laugh. Coming over here in 1917 with your pockets full of money, flashing it about, while we was in the trenches and having all our women.
Oh, c'est vrai, that is true.
Oh, come on now, come on.
I wouldn't be surprised if you was the one got at Maud Elliot.
Maud Elliot again? Who the hell is Maud Elliot?
My girlfriend. She was, till I found a lump of chewing gum stuck behind her ear hole. Well, a crowd round it as well.
You're crazy. I never knew any Maud Elliot.
19 Bombay Crescent Shepherd's Bush. She was a tram driver out of the Putney garage.
I never knew any tram drivers, and it's hardly likely that I would forget a female one.
Ah, well, some Yank rang her bell and forgot to pay for the ride. What are you laughing at?
Oh, you English, you can never keep hold of your women.
Oh, we didn't have to, did we? Plenty of yours, weren't there?
Oh, quel blood!
Yeah, you were very friendly, you lot. Very friendly. There's a lot of little English frogs hopping around North.
Maman, qu'est-ce que vous dites, monsieur? C'est pas vrai du tout, mon Dieu!
Angélique. Monsieur, you have insulted the womanhood of La Belle France. I cannot tolerate such ungallant insinuations. I demand an apology.
You insulted our birds first.
Will you apologize?
Now. Why, you bleeding snaily. It's nearly all up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now approaching Le Bourget Airport. Passengers, please put out their cigarettes and fasten their safety belts. We hope you have had a pleasant trip.
Fine holiday. 10 minutes at Le Bourget Airport, all night in a French nick and deported straight back home.
Look at that. How's that for brutality? Talk about the Congo just about to come down on my nut, that truncheon is.
I hope it hurt. How he didn't crash, I'll never know. That pilot was magnificent. I mean, the way he controlled the aircraft when we all fell into a cockpit, that was brilliant. You lied like a madman at the airport. It was ridiculous.
Well, I'm not going to stand by any of the British Army insulted.
But what about that Frenchman and that Yank? The things you said to them.
That was different. They were true.
You might have got away with it and all if you had to call that examining magistrate an old French puff.
Under extreme provocation.
Now, I hope you enjoyed your little pilgrimage. Look at that. Undesirable alien. The shame, the humiliation. Oh, well, that Saint-Tropez scrubbed out. They'll never let me in there now.
Well, what about me? I'll never get to see Flanders again. We'll have to go somewhere else next year.
Yeah, Torremolinos. That's where. Over stacks of it there. And it's cheaper too.
Eh?
The cost of living, I mean. Yeah, Torremolinos.
Oh, no. You promised to take me to the battlefields. And I haven't only been in France. I was with Allenby in the desert.
Oh, God, not the desert.
I was a legend out there. I was put in charge of a tribe of Bedouin, the only Englishman for miles.
Steptoe of Arabia, that's all.
Did I ever tell you the time we took Damascus? The Turks was retreating in disorder, and I was sitting on a camel when the order to charge came. No prisoners, I shouted, and I dug my heels into his hump, and we were off.
Lolland Shore, white robes flowing in the breeze behind you.
That's right. Here, I think I got them upstairs somewhere. I'll go and have a look.
No, don't bother. Oh. They might not turn out too bad. I might start a punch up with some old Arab. With a bit of luck, he might get his tongue cut out.